Greetings, everyone. This is Sayo, the Terror of Death 99, aka the Black Cobra. And this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Now, tonight's the final night, everyone. We know who the real killer is. We know why Lana is actually defending him. All we have to do is find out why he actually did what he did. Now, I don't feel like fooling around him anymore. Let's get down to work. This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if... Edgeworth? Indeed, Edgeworth. They're a pretty strong bunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. Charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call it. She didn't do it. Come on, Edgeworth. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. This is it. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is where the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? She wants to do what? What is this all about, defendant? What's your request, then? What? No! That is an obvious lie. Come on, Lana.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. Lana! No! No! No!
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! One moment. Prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Oh, you're not getting to me this time, Chief Gantz. No! I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gantz. Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer your naive little boy you would have me be. But this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me that some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. No. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Emma Skye. Anna Skye's little sister, and she wants to become a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to recall these events one more time. aware of that, Your Honor. Yes, it is. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. To winning my sister's office that day, the man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. I've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Gladly, Your Honor. Hold it! 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Second in command under the then Deputy Chief of Police, Gant. I believe they shared the same office. Police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Hold it. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. Hold it. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he ran. It was the first run after dark. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in.
Hold it!
Hold it. Can you tell us about that? It's just about the time this time of year. There's a terrible storm going on. Lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out? Detective Goodman. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Picture. Yes, I think you mentioned that before. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning.
Objection!
Very well. Hold it. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right? That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, and I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again. Let's continue. The scene that imprinted an image in your mind. Can you please describe it to us? Hold it. It must have been a real shock. Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage. Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling with each other. Emma doesn't have any reason to lie. But Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you wouldn't insist on denying its existence? That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold. That's true. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Two men appear to be wrestling here.
Objection!
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. These lists are different from each other. Here, Mr. Edgeworth, the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Mr. Edgeworth? Wait a minute! That's the Blue Badger! Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? What's wrong with Emma? She seems to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were two shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in an instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image into your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Very well, Your Honor. Hold it! Did you draw this picture right after the incident? During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Alana Scott. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. Can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? Hold it. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? You were knocked to the floor? Glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? Hold it! I mean, you didn't see the actual murder take place?
Objection!
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. No, Mr. Edgeworth. Hold it. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detective?
Objection!
No, Mr. Edgeworth. I better watch out, or I might find some way to cut my salary. Drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Yes, Your Honor? That's strange. She claims it's exactly the same scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. Something's not right. I gotta see something. Wait a minute. Objection, Your Honor. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. Yes, Your Honor? Very well. Wait a minute. Something's not right. Hold on.
Take that!
The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see the tip is broken. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
Objection!
It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
Objection! Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it could never possibly wound up there.
Objection! Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. She was sure she remembered correctly.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? Am I? Am I treading on thin ice? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny that possibility. Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the evidence that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall quickly questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. Wait a minute. That's true, and there's no way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. Wait a minute! Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been another one? Bingo! I don't think Emma's lying. Bingo. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon.
Take that!
The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. Bingo! As we concluded earlier, the knife inside the drawing was not Joan Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. The broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
Objection!
Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? What do you mean? What? Yes, I'm aware of that, Your Honor. Emma? His evidence list. The one with the picture scribbled on the back? What? She's the one who drew that? Well, this was a draw and a half at the time I drew this picture. Agreed, Your Honor. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky? First a knife mix-up, now the Blue Badger? This should be interesting. Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. The guy knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and then that's when I saw the Blue Badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. What the hell?
Objection!
Wait a minute. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Lana! Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back now. Very well. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Emma's recollection.